So welcome back to another FIFA video. Today we're talking about FIFA 22. Yes, it's February, which means it is that time of the year where we begin the FIFA 22 stuff, the wish list, all that kind of stuff. We're going to start the FIFA 22 cycle with one of my favorite videos to make each year, and that is the amazing removed features we want back video. Now, as you may or may not know, this video will definitely be taking a look at things from old FIFA games, some of the best features from there, and we talk about them and why we want them back in FIFA 22. There's no guarantee EA is going to add any of this, as you guys probably know by now, but it might help them. They've got a couple months until they can, finalize FIFA 22. Now, I've also got the Things We Want series starting up really soon, so leave your comments down below on the things you want to see in FIFA 22, and over the next couple of months, we'll be talking about them. But for today's video, we're going to be talking about the good practice arena from the old days, the stadium background feature, and career mode stuff as well, so I hope you do enjoy. To get all the latest FIFA 21 news and updates, make sure you subscribe right now. We've got 71% of you guys watching the videos but not subscribed to the channel, so make sure you subscribe today and join the other side. Today's video is sponsored by Mule Factory. If you want to get some FIFA coins and you understand all the risks surrounding it, check out Mule Factory and use my code VAPEXFOOT for a 5% discount. Now let's start with the practice arena, and I can't actually remember a time where I've logged into a FIFA game and spent like the first hour literally just in the practice arena. It's been a long time since those days, and it needs to come back. Currently the practice arena, who knows where it even is? I think it's like tucked away somewhere behind the skill games thing, and it's just become an afterthought for EA, not for EA, and it shouldn't be this way. Look at this, it's just a guy with a ball. There's no other options, you're just versing the keeper. You can choose to be the keeper if you want, and you're just stuck in this training ground center doing absolutely nothing. This practice arena had so much more potential than this, and it's sad to see it become this way. Literally all you could do is a couple set pieces and stuff. All they need to do to make it great again is to bring back the old features from, I think, FIFA 14. Like literally, even if you practice a free kick, there's no players that line up in the wall to actually help you, master those free kicks. It's pretty much a dead mode here. And it never used to be this way. I remember logging into the FIFA games of old and, spending the first 20 minutes just shooting against the keeper, having some fun. And now I don't even touch this practice arena anymore because it absolutely sucks. So how does the practice arena become great again? Well, it's pretty simple, man. Just hop on to FIFA 14, click on the practice arena, and you'll have much more fun than FIFA 21's edition. Pretty much, it looks the same. You might be thinking, well, it looks pretty much the same thing, a guy with a ball versus a keeper. But it's not until you press the start button until you see all these other options that you've never seen before in the practice arena if you haven't played like FIFA 14 down. Of course, you've got your standard one-on-one stuff, but you've also got the practice set piece feature where you can actually do custom set pieces and just as many attackers as you want, defenders as you want, and pretty much setting anything up on any part of the field and just mastering them free kicks, man. This is why this is like a whole game mode in itself. You could spend hours here before you even play a match on the game. Let's see if I've still got it here. These free kicks can't be that hard. I think Suarez should nail this one. Let's see if I can put it in. Oh, no. It was pretty close, but not close enough, obviously. But you get my point. Look at this. You can just keep doing this over and over. You can change the settings of the free kicks. You can also move to corner kicks, throw-ins, penalty kicks. It's crazy what you could do with this. I can't believe this is not in the game, to be honest. I really can't believe it. Now, one of my favorite features is the practice match feature. And if you watched my channel last year, you'll know that I've been banging on about this practice match feature for career mode. And we didn't get it, obviously. But practice matches are very useful for career mode people. You can, set up different tactics that you wouldn't normally use on a normal game, and you can see if they work or not with your team. You can play as the attacking team or defending team. You can do 11v11 or 5v11, whatever you want. But pretty much, it sets up a custom match for you, just like you would be doing on the training field and stuff. And pretty much imagine this in career mode, where you just set a formation, and then you can start playing a practice match, testing out your team, your lineup against maybe another clubs, or even just the reserve team or something like that. You can have a lot of fun with this. I can't believe these things are still not in the game after all these years. Now, one of the best features was create a set piece. This is amazing stuff. I can't believe we don't have this anymore as well. The thing is, why did they remove half of the stuff? That's my question. Like, if we had all this and we just built upon this game each year, we would have a fantastic game by now. But because they remove stuff, we get half the features sometimes. But here we go. This is like a custom free kick. So I can record a run right now, and I can get this guy to do that run and just sit on the box here waiting for any scraps. And also, I can change the player. So if I want a guy to run closer to the keeper, I can control that run there. I can do the guy at the back post. And we can, have 3 different runners there. And then when you think you've got it, you press the test button. And you just, try and float one in. See if the guys make the run. Probably done it a bit early there. And that was not a good free kick at all. But you get my point. Now, if you were happy with your set piece, you could also save it by pressing the square button and just selecting one of the arrows here as the slot. and you could put it in, and we'll just do that. ER, I don't know why, I just clicked on that, but we saved that one. And now when we go into an actual match, you'll see that option available if there's a free kick there. So yeah, you can see my point. The FIFA 21 practice arena is not good. Next gen FIFA practice arenas should have these features back again, man. This would be mad for career mode to have custom set pieces, practice matches, practice set piece. It's just stuff that you think would be in a normal FIFA game, but I don't know why they got rid of it, man. Now, if you're like me, you might actually not like these backgrounds that EA uses for their FIFA games. FIFA 21 obviously has this purple color. I'm sure it's not a big thing for most people, but if you're like me and you remember FIFA 16, you might remember that there was a better feature for the background. And that feature was called Stadium Background. So whenever you would jump into different things, you could see the stadium in the background right there, the Juventus one. That was a feature in the game, and when you actually went into career mode, the background would change to the stadium of the club you're managing. So as you can see, we were Barcelona, and you just saw the new camp in the background. That is what I loved about it as well. Whenever you would exit, it would change the stadium, and you could actually, modify this in the customize section. You would go to profile manager, and you could change this setting at any time by going to background stadium and going from Juventus Stadium to whatever you want. Let's say you want to do Old Trafford. You would select Old Trafford, and the next time you actually, back out of the game, it'll do its thing and change the stadium, as you can see, where we've got Old Trafford in the back there. So pretty neat feature there, much better than seeing, that purple or that blue from FIFA 19. This is something that you can change at any time, and people love looking at stadiums and stuff. And I love the feature when you go into career mode, how it changes to the Barcelona one, the team that you're managing. It just gives it a more personal touch as well. And maybe it's time to bring this back. I don't know. I like it better than the static menus that we get at the moment. And a nice cool feature about Stadium Background is when you became inactive on the menus, it would come into this like cutscene thing where it would show different camera angles of the stadium. This was a really nice thing as well that I love. And as you can see, New Camp looks beautiful. It's been a long time since we've seen this in the FIFA games, but in FIFA 16 it still exists. And the moment you become active again, it changes back to normal. So yeah, I love that as well. Now, you might remember in old FIFA games, EA used to have classic kits for some clubs in the game. You could unlock these through the catalogue, and as you can see there, EFL Championship Historic Kit Bundle. You could unlock, kits for different clubs depending on which package you actually got with your credits. Of course, the catalogue stuff is all gone now, but EA could still probably do something like this. I think they added in some classic kits in, I think, FIFA 20 Ultimate Team. I could be wrong, but they did have some. Look at that, some nice Serie A ones as well for Juventus, Roma, and Torino there. You could also do, Premier League clubs, whatever EA was offering at the time. This was a nice thing as well because I know people get sick of looking at, the same kit in career mode, and these classic kits would probably help break up the look of the kits over a couple of seasons in career mode. And as you can see, with the Arsenal game here, you could actually use the classic kit in career mode, and as well as all the other ones there as well. So yeah, some people might like the classic kit just to break things up. And of course, I think Liverpool had one as well. Yep, they actually had two. Look at that. Two different classic kits you could use. And where is this in the game now? It does not exist. I don't know why, but they could just throw something like this together and it would be a nice little addition into the game. Now, FIFA 21 career mode wasn't too bad. It did bring in some nice cool additions that we needed in the mode, but obviously it's not the most complete career mode ever. There's still features that I would love to see from old FIFA games make their way into career mode next year, or this year I guess. And those are sponsors, which was something that you could see in FIFA 06, FIFA 07, and basically you would pick a sponsor at the start of the season, and there would be objectives, and if you complete those objectives, you would get bonuses for your team. And it says funding per game 840 grand, and then you got a loyalty bonus 2.5 million, league bonus 380 grand, domestic cup 4.6, and extra bonus 1.6. Now each company was different, so you would have to pick a company that was realistic to your expectations. Like, let's say you're not going to win the league, you might want to pick a company that's going to give you more money each game rather than, a massive bonus just for winning the league and not much throughout the season. And then we have the Youth Academy growth curve. I love this one as well because it shows you, the potential growth of your players in the Youth Academy. So this one was a player called Carafers or something, I don't know. And as you can see on the right, it's got the growth curve. Season 1, 56 overall. Season 2, 60. Season 3, 64. Season 4, 68. And 5th season, 71 overall. Those were just predictions, but each player would have a different graph depending on how they're going at the moment. I thought that was pretty cool. And then there's also player growth for your normal players, not the ones in the Youth Academy. And as you can see with Ronaldo back in like FIFA 07 or something, Season 1 was an 87. Season 2, he was expected to go to 92, and then 95, and then 97, and then 98 after 5 years. That was pretty good as well. And yeah, I'd love to see those prediction tables. Another thing that everyone asks for now in career mode, staff upgrades. Now, we had this back in FIFA 06, FIFA 07, where there was different staff members for different positions, like you had striker coach, midfielder coach, defense coach, goalkeeper coach. Some of these positions might be a bit redundant now, given the ability to train players and stuff, but you could still, use medical staff, maybe a stadium manager as well. But the medical staff was pretty useful because if you upgraded it, the staff would help your players recover from injuries and fatigues a bit quicker than normal, I believe. So yeah, there's some staff things they could throw into the game, once again, that, were based on old FIFA games. And then one of my favorites as well, internal memos. We've got, scenarios in the game, but not like this. Basically, you would get like a pop-up that would, force you to pick one, and whatever you pick would affect team chemistry or the board confidence and stuff. I think this could be good as well. Let's take a look at this example. Rising pressure. You've noticed a few changing room squabbles recently, and fearing that there might be some clashes of egos, you want to nip it in the bud. You come down heavily on the team and tell them to stop acting like children. You won't tolerate petty arguments, and you expect nothing less than professionalism. You talk to the captain, who must share some responsibility for keeping the team from arguing. Ask him to do what feels necessary. You decide not to do anything, as they will ultimately sort out amongst them the hierarchy of leaders and followers, and then a status quo should be maintained. Now, basically you had to pick one, whichever one you felt like doing, and each one would have consequences. There was, I think, one positive, one negative, and one sort of neutral. I could be wrong there, but it looks like it. We don't really get these random internal memos anymore in the game. There's player conversations, there's press conferences, but the memos would be nice as well, because it's just basically things that are going on in the club that are behind the scenes. And we've got one of the biggest features that definitely needs to make its way into FIFA 22, and that is create a club for career mode. I think it's time they bring that one in. And yeah, look at this. You could just basically do this in FIFA 07 and stuff. Create a club, create the name, the logo, the budget as well, and you could throw them into career mode. You could even create players for the team, and you could use them in career mode. Why can't we do this? I think it's time. It might make career mode less stale for a lot of people, and I think you could do a lot of good series with create a club in the game. Now, if you want to help support the channel, I'm doing mystery football jerseys, and I'm going to be sending jerseys straight to your door. They're 100% authentic and 2021 stock only, which means you won't get any old jerseys like other companies do. Now, it's supposed to be a surprise jersey, which means you won't know what you get until it arrives, and that's what makes it so exciting. I'll throw the link in the description. If you want to help support the channel, you can get a mystery football jersey today. So as the year goes on, we will be doing a lot more FIFA 22 wishlist videos, as we always do each year. So make sure you subscribe right now if you want to catch some FIFA 22 content. If you enjoyed today's video, remember to leave a like for me. It always helps the videos. And if you need something else to watch, please make sure you hit the card in the middle. It'll take you to another video. I'll see you next time.